Hi everyone, Medina here. This is my third time trying to record this because my energy isn't 100% at the moment. I don't know about you out there, but oh my gosh, the energy, the frequencies, the intensities off the charts at the moment, as far as I'm concerned. And not only me, but many people I know, including my partner, even my dog's feeling it. So the reasons for this are multifold. But one of the big reasons is that the Schumann resonance, for example, indicates what's happening with the frequencies and the energies. And it was a complete blackout for 60 hours. This has never happened before. It's completely unprecedented. And the reason that it went dark for so long is that what has been theorized by people like Alexander Quinn in a channel that he did is that the frequencies and the energy is so high and it's so different to what we're used to that the measurements or tools can no longer measure it accurately, and so it just goes into a complete blackout. But for me, it's created many ascension symptoms. I'm last night I had a hay fever, sort of sneezing, allergy type attack for like sneezing a million times in an hour. And I'm still all congested and snuffy now, so I'm not feeling great. But I just wanted to really bring you this video because, there's so much to share on this. I also, my back's gone out a little bit. I think that would happen when I was sneezing so much. And just not feeling, 100%. My partner's had a flu-like aches and ascension symptoms for like nearly 2 weeks now. My dog is starting to sort of scratch a little bit more than usual as well. I have had to go on to the my quantum frequency healing device, Healy, many times. Last night when I had the sneezing attack, I went on the um, programs for allergies and sensitivity to try and help, and straight away it helped ease the symptoms, and it really was a huge support. So, whatever you can do out there to support your energy at the moment, to feel welcome to, just explore every option because the energy is very big. It's going to continue too. There's going to be more of this happening. In fact, it has been prophesized that there's going to be a huge energy shift coming very shortly. Some people say like a galactic frequency download. Some people say solar flash, whatever you want to call it. But this that just happened, and also at the time of a blood moon, so it was magnified, was extremely uh, strong in its energy. And I am really striving to do what I can to, ride the wave of this energy and to sort of help detox the body and do all that sort of thing. Um, what I really also want to say, and this is something that I believe is true, is that what happens with these things is the energy comes in, and the light workers on the planet, the beings that are here to hold the light, what happens is they actually bring it through them like an antenna, I guess. They bring that energy through them. They bring it through onto the earth. They ground that energy into the earth. So it sort of hits them first, and then they ground it. And then after a period of time, when it's been integrated, it then goes to the general population and to the masses for them to integrate. But the reason it goes to the light workers first is it's very sort of powerful and intense, and they can deal with the energy and hold the energies and sort of stabilize the energy and ground it before it hits the masses, because it's much harder for them to hold it initially and integrate this energy. So the light workers need to do it first. And I think that's why it hits the light workers so much, so profoundly. I mean, I even felt a little bit of asthma, which, I rarely get, come in like with my breathing and things as well. So as it's coming in and we're grounding this energy and it's helping us to grow and evolve into our crystalline bodies from the carbon-based bodies, we are getting all these types of, ascension symptoms. What I will also say is that simultaneously at the same time that this is happening, it's also being felt by everyone at the same time. I mean, my partner went out walking yesterday, and within the space of 10 minutes, he saw 3 ambulances whizzing past, with patients or off to get patients, in the space of 10 minutes. And then last night, I heard ambulance sirens going off and ambulances going up and down. So I believe that there is a huge impact that's happening on people in terms of their health and their energy. And of course, if people have taken these, the high frequency energies, it's probably hitting them even more as well, because then they've got to integrate these energies, and they've already got so much to deal with in their bodies with their compromised immune systems and everything else. I would like to share with you a video here from an ambulance worker in America who is one of the very few, very, very rare paramedics who's actually speaking out on the incredibly increased levels of side effects, and also I don't know if I can say the word here on YouTube, but the people that are going to higher realms through the vaccine, all that's happening so much at the moment, and it's completely suppressed. Nobody's talking about it. There's no paramedics or ambulance workers in Australia talking about it whatsoever. And I'm sure that they realize the correlation, many of them, between what's happened with this and also what's happening with the energies of people on the planet. So I wish more of them would speak up, but it's just not happening here in Australia at all. So here is the clip that I want to share with you from this paramedic in America.
I'm a paramedic. I just got off shift. While everybody's looking at this sleight of hand BS with the Epstein fake files, I'm still out there getting my ass kicked by people that gave y'all experimental shots. Sudden cardiac arrests, heart attacks, strokes, new onset seizures, aortic aneurysms, the list goes on, liver failure. And I could easily think this is just typical times, but we're getting beat up. Like, it's across the board. We're getting extra calls, excess calls, and I ask the questions, did you take the shots? A lot of people aren't asking those questions, and anybody you talk to out there that says it's normal, it's far from normal. Now, I want to know the Epstein list too, and I want to know the people who actually did bad things to children. I want to know that. But know this, they're doing bad things to children right now, and they haven't stopped these mRNA products. Put it all into perspective. God bless.
Okay, so that is one of the very rare ones where someone's speaking out, and kudos to him for doing that as well. More and more people need to stand up and speak out about, what's truly going on. And, it is a spiritual test that if people speak out there being in integrity, and trust me, it gets noticed upstairs. You'll get noticed if you stand in your integrity, and you don't do it for that reason, but there are much higher rewards to be able to stand up and speak out than to just be quiet because you're in fear. So what I'd like to share now is also the amplification of our gifts or our telepathic skills, our psychic gifts, our superpowers. I'm finding that things are becoming more and more clear in terms of all these types of gifts. They're sort of increasing all the time, not only for me, but for other people, many people that I'm talking to. An example of this is that it was really interesting because we went to a beautiful town, and I'm going to do a video on this town over the next week because I took some great photos and videos of it, of this beautiful place in New South Wales called Foster, a town just very close to where I'm living here. And the energy was beautiful. It felt so good to be there. I loved it. Went swimming. It was just gorgeous. And then the following day, I went half an hour in the other direction. So it's an hour away from Foster in the other direction to a town called Harrington. Now, many people had said to me, oh, this town, Harrington, is amazing. You're going to love it. We went there and aesthetically, visually, it looked great, but it felt so heavy, so dense. I felt an inner, like a tension in my body while I was there of like a stress. And a lot of people that were walking around, because we went to a cafe there and had a chai, and a lot of people that were walking around were obviously had, a lot of health issues. It seemed there was a lot of older people there, but there was this real heaviness. It just felt yuck. The energy just felt yucky. I just didn't like it. And visually it looked quite nice, but I could just feel this incredible contrast with where I'd been previously, at Foster. It was amazing. Anyway, while we're sitting there having our chai, this fellow wanders up near our table and he looks at our dog, and our dog, Squidge. I don't know if you know him or you've seen him before in my videos, but he holds a lot of light. He's an amazing being in himself. He just radiates love and light, and he's just pure unconditional love. And he just looks at Squidge, this fellow, and he, in terms of how he looks, his eyes are all red, bloodshot, and his skin's not good. It's all red, and he doesn't look good at all. He's a much older man. But then he just looks at Squidge and he starts growling. Honestly, he was like the zombies that you see in the movies. He just stood there growling at Squidge. So my partner told him to go away in no uncertain terms. And he went away. But he was literally standing there growling like a zombie at my dog. And it was interesting too because it aligned with my intuitive feelings that the place was really heavy where we were. And then that happened. Fascinating. And it, has a really nice little beach area there and everything. But regardless of that, it was more to do just with the energy of, the consciousness of, I guess, the people that were living around there. And what a stark contrast to where we'd been, the previous day. So that was amazing. So I guess what I'm wanting to say is that the energies are incredibly strong at the minute in terms of pushing us in our ascension. And if you're getting symptoms like, well, it can be a whole range of things, your back going out, flu symptoms, aches and pains, allergies, sneezing like me, all these sorts of things, then some of the things that you can do are to mindfully detox. Have lots of vitamin C. That's a good one. Good quality powdered vitamin C. Also, not to be spending too much time inside, going out in nature and grounding, grounding, grounding. Even a few minutes of grounding makes a difference. Also, intermittent fasting is good. I started doing some fasting this morning, but I just felt so blah. I had to actually eat something because so I had to. But I'm going to be striving to do a bit of intermittent fasting when it feels aligned, and it's always about listening to your body and following its inner guidance. The energies coming up to March the 20th, the 21st, 23rd, there's various people that have talked online about huge shifts in energy coming on those dates, 20th, 21st, 23rd of March. Bo Polney talks about, I think it's the 23rd of March, that potentially millions of people may be impacted by the energies coming at that time. So who knows? It sounds like some sort of fictional thing, but there are many prophets who also talk about around that time big things happening in terms of people leaving the planet who are not aligned energetically, and big shifts happening. So we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but just be mindful that these huge things could be potentially upon us quite soon. And it's not to think of these things in any sort of catastrophic doomsday way, but they are necessary shifts energetically for humanity to be able to move forward in ascension, and for Mother Earth to sort of move on as well, and for us to fulfill the divine plan of humanity rising in its potentiality and its frequency, as opposed to staying stuck in the corrupt and enslavement system that we've been living in for thousands of years. So hang tight, everyone. It's a huge, huge time, and I just wonder how everyone's navigating it, because it's been so big. But I guess it needs to be big for everything to happen in the way that it's meant to. Trust is such a big part of this journey as well. Just trusting. We don't necessarily have all the answers or know exactly what's coming, but just trusting and staying centered in the midst of, say, a huge galactic wave came in and just transformed everything. It's really about staying centered in the energy of that, maintaining a vibration of love, and being able to not be caught up in the vicissitudes of this energy, and the huge sort of waves of this energy that are coming in. Okay, I think I've had my rant. So I hope that that was helpful, and I'm going to lay a bit low, I think, the next few days, and just chill a little bit as these energies are coming towards us over the next week. Could be really significant. Anyway, we'll wait and see what transpires. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. Have a beautiful week ahead, and much love and light.